Dawn breaks over the Kgalagadi Transfrontier Park. A bitter frost blankets the deep red dunes. The Auob riverbed is bone dry and silent. Winter here is exceptionally harsh and unforgiving. Slender springbok cautiously enter the frosted valley. Their cinnamon stripes stark against the white ground. They rely on sharp vision to survive. But another predator is already awake. A sleek, adult cheetah scans the horizon. Pronounced black tear marks shield his eyes. He seeks a quick, solitary morning hunt. He is the fastest mammal on Earth. His spine acts as a coiled biological spring. He can accelerate to unbelievable speeds. Yet, immense speed sacrifices raw physical power. He cannot fight heavy, dominant predators. This vulnerability makes him a prime target. Interspecific competition drives ruthless savanna politics. Apex predators often eliminate their hunting rivals. Hidden nearby, an ancient matriarch lioness watches. She has pale, ghostly yellow eyes. A missing tuft marks her scarred tail. She is a highly experienced tactical hunter. She does not view the cheetah as food. She sees him as an ecological threat. Eliminating competitors secures survival for her pride. The lioness begins her agonizingly slow stalk. She moves like a phantom through camel thorn shadows. Her padded paws the frosted grass silently. The cheetah remains intensely focused on the springbok. He calculates the distance to his prey. He is completely unaware of the looming danger. The lioness uses the terrain to hide. She must close the gap completely unseen. A chase would end in absolute failure. She patiently creeps within striking distance. The heavy, crushing bite requires close quarters. Tension suffocates the freezing morning air. The cheetah finally drops his head low. coils his muscles for the sprint. This is the exact moment she attacks. The cheetah registers the threat too late. He attempts to pivot and launch away. The matriarch violently pins him down. A brutal bite severs the spinal cord. The struggle ends in mere chaotic seconds. The springboks scatter frantically into the distance. Silence returns to the red rolling dunes. She leaves the fallen cheetah completely untouched. This was never a hunt for sustenance. It was a cold calculation of survival. Her future cubs will face fewer threats. A shaggy brown hyena eventually catches the scent. The sloping scavenger approaches the scene cautiously. Nothing goes to waste in this ecosystem. His powerful jaws easily process the remains. Nature operates with severe, unfeeling efficiency. The sun finally thaws the frosty ground. The ancient lioness rejoins her sleeping pride. She has secured their dominance today. Ecosystem balance demands such violent sacrifices. Survival belongs to the strongest minds. The eternal dance of predators continues forever. Welcome to the vast plains of Kafue National Park. Zambia holds ancient, unforgiving wilderness within its borders. Tall golden savanna grass sways in the dry wind. Towering termite mounds cast long, imposing afternoon shadows. This ecosystem demands perfection for basic biological survival. In this raw wilderness, every sound tells a story. A solitary serval navigates the dense, dry underbrush. Oversized ears scan for high-frequency rodent movements. She relies on absolute stealth to avoid larger predators. Nearby, a heavily scarred male African lion approaches. He is missing his left eye from past battles. He weighs nearly 400 pounds of fading muscle. Desperation drives this solitary apex predator forward today. Hunger alters his typical risk assessment and behavior. His remaining eye scans the scattered Miombo woodlands. A massive male roan antelope grazes in the open. He is the dominant bull of this territory. He weighs roughly 600 pounds of pure power. In this landscape, survival requires a master of disguise. Heavily ridged horns curve backward over his neck. Those horns can measure over 30 inches long. Spotted hyenas watch from a safe, calculated distance. These opportunists possess a devastating bite force. They generate over 1,100 pounds per square inch. They wait patiently for the lion to make mistakes. The scarred lion lowers his massive, heavy head. He utilizes the tall grass for critical visual cover. Soft, padded paws silence his slow, deliberate advance. The wind shifts across the dry Dambo plains. The roan antelope immediately has tufted ears. His olfactory senses detect the approaching feline predator. Fleeing is the normal reaction of most herbivores. Roan antelopes can reach speeds of 35 miles per hour. But this mature bull chooses a different strategy. He turns to directly face the creeping lion. The lion freezes, realizing his ambush is ruined. A sprint now costs precious, irreplaceable caloric energy. The predator lunges forward to test his prey. The roan does not flee in blind panic. Instead, he drops aggressively down onto his knees. He lowers his head toward the dusty ground. He presents his lethal, sweeping horns pointing forward. This unusual frontal defense protects his vulnerable throat. It is an evolutionary masterstroke of physiological defense. The lion halts just 10 feet away now. A psychological standoff begins in the golden grass. Heavy hooves stamp the dry African soil violently. The antelope exhales a loud, forceful warning snort. The lion responds with a low, guttural growl. On this arid wetland, desperation meets its match. The lion calculates the mathematical risk of injury. One strike from those horns means certain infection. A punctured lungs a slow, agonizing death. In this unforgiving landscape, survival requires absolute focus. He refuses to expose his flanks or rear. This is extreme psychological warfare in the wild. The hyenas pace nervously, anticipating a bloody outcome. Their bone-crushing jaws hunger for remaining scraps. But the climax yields no violence today. The one-eyed lion finally breaks his fierce gaze. He turns away from the impenetrable horned wall. Survival often means knowing when to retreat completely. The predator disappears back into the dense brush. He must find weaker, less heavily armed prey. The hyenas scatter into the fading evening light. Their opportunistic scavenging mission has utterly failed here. The roan antelope slowly rises from his knees. He shakes the dust from his muscular frame. His heart rate gradually returns to normal resting. He resumes grazing on the nutritious savanna grasses. The Kafue ecosystem resets its delicate biological balance. No blood was shed on these dry plains. Intimidation and posture secured a massive victory today. evolution provided the perfect defense against overwhelming odds. This land holds the memories of 1,000 generations. The wild remains brutal, beautiful, and profoundly complex. This ancient tower stands silent. The Serengeti sun bakes the golden earth. A towering granite kopje pierces the sky. Here, life is a constant, brutal marathon. Dust rises from a massive approaching herd. Thousands of blue wildebeest march forward. They possess incredible swarm intelligence. Their marathon stamina defies logical limits. But they are constantly being watched. A scarred king rests on the rock. His dark mane is thick with burrs. His torn ear twitches in the wind. He observes the migrating herd below. This male lion weighs over 400 pounds. He requires immense daily calories to survive. His amber eyes track the vulnerable targets. A broken horn marks an older wildebeest. The prey slows down near a dry riverbed. The lion slowly descends the steep kopje. His padded paws absorb every silent footstep. He vanishes into the tall, dry grass. Lions hunt using calculated flanking tactics. Thermal heat waves blur the vast horizon. On the dry banks of the Serengeti, this old bull ignores the sweltering heat. Little disturbs his patient rest. The wildebeest herd remains blissfully unaware. Adult lions can sprint at 50 miles hourly. He must close the gap immediately. Muscles coil tight beneath his golden coat. The broken-horned wildebeest takes a drink. The predator locks onto his specific target. He launches from the dense acoustic cover. Panic instantly ripples through the giant herd. The swarm intelligence fractures in pure chaos. The old wildebeest scrambles up the bank. The lion closes the distance in seconds. He leaps with devastating kinetic force. Every muscle, every claw is built for this precise moment. Massive claws hook into silver-blue flanks. The struggle is violent and desperately short. The lion clamps his massive jaws shut. He delivers a staggering 650 psi. But an apex predator is never truly alone. The king breathes heavily over his prize.
But an apex predator is never truly alone.
The bite crushes the thick windpipe entirely. Eerie whoops echo across the dried riverbed.
A scarred female leads the aggressive clan. They boast an even stronger bite force. The lion roars, a deep, rumbling warning. He fiercely defends his hard-earned meal. But numbers overwhelm its strength. He retreats back toward the tall grass. In the heart of the Serengeti, survival is brutal. A pack of hyenas tears apart its prey. With terrifying speed, they pull in opposite directions. This is the raw, unyielding law of the wild.
The hyena clan tears into the rich carcass. Nothing goes to waste in this ecosystem. Shadows lengthen as the hot day ends. Lappet-faced vultures circle high above the drama. Their hooked yellow beaks are perfectly adapted. They wait patiently for their vital turn. They strip the final sinew from bone. These scavengers prevent dangerous diseases from spreading. The animal falls to nourish the harsh land.
Blood and bone soak into the soil. New acacia trees will grow from this tragedy. This is the brutal mathematics of nature. A continuous cycle of sacrifice and survival.
The herd has already moved miles away. Tomorrow, the great ancient migration continues. The shadows of the Serengeti never fade. Welcome to Indonesia's remote volcanic Komodo Island. This arid savanna is a brutal ecosystem. Here, the Komodo dragon reigns as apex predator. A scarred female prepares for her vital lineage. She must secure eggs before dry season peaks. She excavates a deep, thermal nesting chamber. Sharp claws displace pounds of baked volcanic earth. Inside, she deposits 30 leathery white eggs. The burrow maintains a steady 86 degrees Fahrenheit. She buries them to begin 9 months of incubation. She leaves, offering zero maternal care or protection. Now, the Earth acts as a geological incubator. Above ground,
native Timor deer graze the savanna. Wild boars root through the unforgiving dry dirt. These herbivores provide critical prey for adult dragons. Below ground, embryos absorb yolk over 100 days. Day 100 brings a biological tipping point. An egg tooth slices the tough, leathery shell. The first hatchling finally breaks out. He weighs mere ounces and looks incredibly fragile. Bright yellow camouflagements cover his slender body. Siblings join him in the dark, sweltering chamber. Instinct drives them to dig toward the surface. The world above is extremely lethal for hatchlings. They breach the dry crust into blinding sunlight. There is no protective mother waiting for them. Older dragons practice ruthless, opportunistic cannibalism here. Hatchlings make up 10% of their diet. Survival requires one immediate, calculated action. They must sprint to the nearest tall tree. Our hatchling dashes across the exposed volcanic dirt. A 100-pound male dragon spots the movement. The giant predator charges with terrifying, sudden speed. The hatchling leaps onto rough monsoon forest bark. Sharp, curved claws grip the wood tightly. He scrambles 20 feet up into the canopy. Massive, venomous jaws snap shut just inches below. He narrowly escapes becoming a quick, violent meal. The high branches offer temporary, vital sanctuary. A crucial arborival phase now begins. He must hunt independently to fuel rapid growth. He stalks small insects and native tree geckos. A yellow-crested cockatoo watches from a nearby branch. He utilizes absolute stillness as a defense mechanism. His vibrant banding blends with dappled forest light. He uses his Jacobson's organ to taste air. A forked tongue captures invisible chemical scent particles. Weeks turn into harsh, sweltering summer months. His bright yellow camouflage bands slowly fade away. He grows to 18 inches in length. His muscle mass increases by 30%. The forest canopy can no longer sustain him. Day 140 marks a transition. He must face the dangers of the ground. He descends the rough trunk with absolute caution. His claws touch the dusty, sun-baked earth again. He is no longer a fragile, easy target. Thick, dark gray osteoderms form protective biological armor. His posture reflects a confident, dominant predator. Venom glands develop fully in his lower jaw. "60 serrated teeth are primed for tearing flesh." He tastes the humid air once more. The distinct scent of a young boar lingers. He tracks the mammal using ancient evolutionary instincts. He strikes with precision, securing his first kill. He consumes the meat, ensuring his continued survival. The weak are quickly recycled in this ecosystem. Only the most adaptable endure this volcanic wasteland. He defied staggering odds to reach this stage. 150 brutal days have passed. He now commands the unforgiving Indonesian savanna. The ancient, ruthless cycle of life turns again. He is officially an apex Komodo dragon. The ultimate prehistoric survivor reclaims his rightful throne. The bamboo jungle breathes with heavy humidity. Here, survival is a delicate, fragile balance. An alarm call shatters the silent morning. The Indian peafowl senses an invisible danger. Striped death moves like a ghost here. A Bengal tiger stalks through the undergrowth. A silent shadow cuts through the heavy morning fog. He is pure muscle, hunger, and focus. But this jungle belongs to a giant. The earth trembles with a rhythmic thud. She emerges from the emerald green shadows. An immense matriarch leads her family forward. Pink depigmentation marks her trunk and ears. She is wisdom carved in deep wrinkles. Her calves walk safely beneath her shadow. The herd consumes massive amounts of bamboo. They shape the forest with their appetite. Birds follow to catch disturbed jungle insects. The tiger watches from the dark canopy. He calculates the distance to the calf. Hunger drives him to take massive risks. The matriarch pauses, tasting the humid air. Her powerful trunk scans the invisible breeze. She catches the scent of the predator. A low rumble vibrates through the ground. The herd instantly tightens their loose formation. They form an impenetrable ring of muscle. Calves are pushed into the safe center. The tiger freezes. But desperation pushes him closer to danger. He creeps forward on silent, padded paws. The matriarch turns to face the threat. She flares her deeply veined pink ears. Her eyes lock onto the hidden predator. The tension in the bamboo is suffocating. He lunges violently toward the exposed flank. A deafening, ear-piercing trumpet shatters the air. The matriarch charges with devastating kinetic force. Bamboo stalks snap like fragile wooden matchsticks. Thousands of pounds of muscle accelerate forward. The ground violently shakes beneath her feet. The tiger scrambles backward in sheer panic. He cannot unleash this terrifying, unstoppable momentum. She aggressively pushes the predator far away. The synchronized charge absolutely dominates the jungle. The tiger retreats into the dark shadows. He accepts defeat against the mighty herd. The matriarch stands tall, asserting her dominance. In the heart of the forest, memory guides her. She issues one final, rumbling warning call. The herd relaxes their defensive, muscular ring. Calves emerge from the safe inner circle. The jungle slowly returns to peaceful silence. High above, Indian vultures circle the sky. They watch the drama unfold down below. There will be no scavenged meal today. The majestic tiger must hunt elsewhere tonight. The elephant herd resumes their slow grazing. They pull down massive bamboo branches effortlessly. Their immense strength is a vital shield. Predators respect the devastating power of pachyderms. The matriarch gently guides her youngest calf. Her deeply wrinkled skin tells countless stories. She remembers every threat in this forest. Her wisdom keeps the entire family alive. The ecosystem relies on this beautiful balance. Tigers control the deer and wild boars. Elephants clear paths for new jungle growth. Every creature plays a highly specific role. Bandhavgarh thrives on this ancient, violent rhythm. The sun sets over the humid canopy. Golden light bathes the magnificent elephant herd. True kings do not need sharp teeth. They are the ones who shake the earth. The matriarch leads her family into twilight. Welcome to Danam Valley in Malaysian Borneo. This ancient rainforest spans 130 million years. Towering dipterocarp trees create a vertical, humid ecosystem. Survival here requires extreme biological adaptation. The rhinoceros hornbill acts as the forest overseer. Its hollow orange casque amplifies harsh warning calls. As a frugivore, it distributes vital seeds constantly. Below it, a troop of proboscis monkeys feeds. The dominant male boasts a large, pendulous nose. This chamber projects up to 1 mile. These monkeys consume highly toxic mangrove and forest leaves. A specialized multi-chambered stomach neutralizes deadly botanical poisons. They navigate the high canopy with supreme confidence. But an apex predator shares this exact altitude. The canopy harbors a perfectly camouflaged assassin. Meet the sunder-clouded leopard, an arboreal ghost. Heart-shaped rosettes disrupt his 50-pound silhouette. He is the undisputed king of this vertical realm. His biological weapons are scientifically astonishing. A powerful bite force guarantees instant spinal severing. He targets the feeding proboscis monkey troop. The hunt demands None's total silence and absolute precision. He ascends the mossy dipterocarp tree effortlessly. Retractable claws grip the wet bark securely. A long tail provides flawless gyroscopic balance. He closes the distance to 50 feet. The monkey troop remains entirely unaware of death. Suddenly, the hornbill sounds a deafening alarm call.